Hello, this is JC De Guzman and this is our video for August 15, 2019 in preparation for the last trading day of the week, Friday. So today I'm going to talk about MegaWorld, PHEN, MPI, Pure Gold, Abacor, AGI, SSI, Green, APX, and GSMI. I'm going to give you my technical analysis together with my recommendations. Now, I'd like to mention to you that even though from time to time you will be hearing me discussing index or blue chip companies, this video is meant for short-term trading purposes. If you're looking for some long-term investing kind of advice, I suggest that you visit the Investors tab on your account or you simply ask in our private clients forum. I'd like to mention 2 to 3 reminders before we start with the first stock. Number one, if any of these 10 stocks begin at a price lower or higher than the dominant range that you are yet to see, and of course, if you're interested in trading the name, you can request for the stock's latest trade and volume distribution charts in our private clients forum. Number two, if you are yet to enter any position in any stock, make sure that you do this extra process. It's the calculation of your reward to risk ratio. Okay? New entrants, do not forget that. Even if the 10 smack D combo is valid, even if the momentum power indicator is bullish, if you are not satisfied with your reward to risk ratio, it doesn't make sense doing a test buy for that particular stock. Okay, so let's begin with the first stock in our list. We have MegaWorld. MegaWorld closed today at 5.39, support is at 5.05, resistance is at 5.86. Foreign investors registered a net foreign selling worth 40.7 million pesos, and they have been in a net foreign selling state for the past 5 consistent trading days. The 10 SMAC D combo remains invalid despite the appearance of this green candlestick. RSI is already upward sloping, although it's still closer to the classical oversold level. The risk level of MegaWorld remains moderate. The downward momentum is still very strong. But let's find out if the momentum power indicator is already bullish. So this is the trade and volume distribution chart of MegaWorld. We see here that the dominant range is between 5.2 to 5.39. 5.2 to 5.39. Therefore, the momentum power indicator is bullish. The true market sentiment of MegaWorld is neutral. So what did you learn? What did you learn during the Evergreen Strategy in Trading the Philippine Stock Market seminar? I mentioned in that seminar that you can skip the validation of the 10 smack D combo if your answer to these two questions is a yes. What's the first question? Do you regard yourself as an experienced and a disciplined trader? If your answer is a yes, proceed to the next question. The second question is this: is the momentum power indicator bullish? Which is the case of a MegaWorld. If your answer is a yes, which is a yes, then you can do a test buy on MegaWorld. Now, if you regard yourself as if you don't see yourself as an experienced trader, at least for now, then you are better off waiting for the 10 smack D combo to be revalidated. I think that will only happen once MegaWorld breaks above the resistance at 5.86. Okay? So we're trying to align the risk that I want you to hold relative to your experience and of course to your risk tolerance. Okay? Now make sure that you calculate your trailing stop loss. Alright, don't forget what I taught you in lesson number 6 of the Evergreen Strategy in Trading the Philippine Stock Market seminar. What was that? That you can reduce the percentage of risk applied in the calculation of your trailing stop loss if you are already seeing signs of a weakening upward momentum. How do you check the strength of the upward momentum? Review your handouts for lesson number 2, 3, and 4. Alright? The answer is on your handouts. So that's my sentiment for Mega World. You can do a test buy if your answer to those two questions that I asked a while ago is a yes for the two questions. Okay? And make sure that you do a test buy or you top up within the dominant range and not at any random price. Okay? So next, PHEN. PHEN closed today. It broke above the resistance at 2.8 and its psychological resistance is now pegged at 4.06, which is in confluence with the 61.8% extension of the up Fibonacci. It also makes the 2.8 as its immediate support level. The 10 MACD combo continues to be valid. I am already seeing a bullish formation among its three simple moving averages. Foreign investors registered a net foreign selling worth 7 million pesos. RSI is still relatively distant from the classical overbought level. The risk level of PHEN remains low. Now, the dominant range of PHEN is between 2.89 all the way 2.88 all the way to 2.97. Therefore, the momentum power indicator is bullish. The true market sentiment for PHEN is bearish. My overall sentiment for PHEN is still bullish in the short term. Okay, take note that the true market sentiment is only a mood checker. It doesn't forecast, the probability of the next of the price direction. It's only a mood checker of the for the top 10 brokers. Okay, my overall sentiment is bullish. If you have had PHEN and if it is still trading above your trailing stop loss, you can also top up within the dominant range. You can also enter a new position, do a test buy within the dominant range. Make sure that you do an upward adjustment on your trailing stop loss every time the price hits a higher price or registers a price higher than its prevailing price. Okay? So after PHEN, we got MPI. MPI closed today at 4.63. It managed to recover its position above its previous support or previous support, which is still its immediate support right now at 4.56. The immediate resistance is at 5.09. Despite this recovery and registration of a green candlestick, the 10 MACD combo remains invalid. And based on my observation, we will only have a valid 10 MACD combo once the price breaks above somewhere near 4.7 to 4.85. Okay? So watch out for that level and for the 10 MACD combos revalidation. Foreign investors registered a net foreign buying worth 14.7 million pesos. The risk level of MPI at this stage is still low. Okay? So the dominant range of MPI with respect to its closing price of 4.63 is between 4.5 all the way to 4.63. The momentum power indicator is bullish. The mood of the top 10 brokers is neutral for today. My overall sentiment here is I'm still not fully bullish on MPI because the 10 MACD combo is still invalid. But what did I say a while back? When it comes to having an invalid 10 MACD but a bullish momentum power indicator, Remember those two questions. If your answer to both is a yes, you can test buy within the dominant range. Okay? Because your momentum power indicator is bullish and you regard yourself as an experienced and a disciplined trader. Okay? Make sure that you have the time to monitor the price movement by the second if and when you decide to become an active trader. If your working hours for your full-time job are in conflict with the trading hours in the Philippines, I suggest that you stick with long-term investing for now. Okay? So after MPI, we got Pure Gold. Pure Gold closed today at 45.7, support is at 43.8, resistance is at 46.34. The 10 MACD combo is already valid. Take note of that. Foreign investors, on the other hand, registered a net foreign selling worth 19.4 million pesos. The risk level of Pure Gold remains low. And let's take a look at the trade and volume distribution chart. The dominant range here is between 46.35 to 43.8. Pure Gold was force closed at 45.7 in the closing, as we can see here, but this is the dominant range for me, 46.35 all the way to 44, meaning to say if Pure Gold will start at a price lower than 45.7 on Friday, I suggest that you monitor the range between 46.35 to 44 pesos per share. The true market sentiment, but anyhow, by the way, the momentum power indicator is bullish on Pure Gold, but the true market sentiment or the mood of the top 10 brokers is neutral. So with the valid 10 SmackDay combo and with the bullish momentum power indicator, you can top up, you can enter a new position within the dominant range. So after Pure Gold, we have Abacor. Abacor closed on Thursday at 0.89. Support remains at 0.69. Resistance is at 0.94. I'd like to plot a support level at 0.8 as a precursor to 0.69. So your immediate support is at 0.8. The 10 SMACD combo is not yet valid. The risk level of Abacor is high already. Foreign investors registered an insignificant net foreign selling, not even worth mentioning. It's 85,000 pesos. The dominant range is between 0.86 to 0.88. So it's still, I think this is still closer to the intraday low than the intraday high. So the momentum power indicator for me is bearish in the case of Abacor. The mood of the top 10 brokers is neutral. So I'm still bearish on Abacor at this moment. I don't suggest entering a new position. If you have, do you still have Abacor? If you have it and it's still moving above your trailing stop loss, hold your position but don't top up. But I really doubt it if some of you still have Abacor because the number one, the 10 smack day combo has been invalid since when? Since the first week of July. It's already the second week of August. So I do hope none of you have Abacor. So if you're planning to acquire it, postpone that plan. Wait for the 10 SmackD combo to become valid and for the momentum power indicator to become bullish. Not at this point. So after Abacor, we have AGI. AGI closed today at 12.68. Support is at 11.76. Resistance is at 13.3. Foreign investors registered a net foreign selling worth 142 million pesos. The 10 SmackD combo remains invalid. RSI is already in its classical oversold level. So watch out for, let's see this. Let's see if if a 12.48 will be respected as a precursor to 11.76. Okay, let's see if it will be respected. Otherwise, it will just increase the probability of retesting a deeper support at 11.76. The downward momentum is already very strong. The risk level remains low. Now, the dominant range is between 12.66 to 12.8. That makes the momentum power indicator bearish. The true market sentiment is also bearish. My overall sentiment for AGI is bearish. Avoid AGI for now. Avoid the stock. There are no signs of reversals yet. Now let's move on to SSI. It closed today at 2.98. Support is at 2.84. Resistance is at 3.12. Foreign investors registered a net foreign selling worth 3.1 million pesos. The 10 SMACD combo remains invalid. Risk level remains low. Okay. The dominant range with respect to the closing price of 2.98 is between 2.95 to 3 pesos per share. The momentum power indicator is bearish. The mood of the top 10 brokers is bearish as well. My overall sentiment remains bearish for SSI. Avoid this stock for now. I see no signs of reversals also. Then now let's move on to green. Ironically, it ended with a red candlestick. Foreign investors registered a net foreign selling worth 6.5 million pesos, 6.4 million pesos. The 10 SMACD combo remains invalid. RSI is already in its classical oversold level. Let's watch out if we will see some signs of reversals once it touches 1.86. So be on a wait and see mode for green. The risk level remains low. The downward momentum remains very strong. The dominant range is between 1.89 to 1.92, and the momentum power indicator is bearish. The mood of the top 10 brokers is also bearish. My overall sentiment is bearish on green. Avoid the stock for now, but consider what I've mentioned about monitoring the price at 1.86 for potential signs of a bullish reversal. So it's a conditional clause. I did not say you buy right away when it touches 1.86. We have to reassess the situation when that happens. So after green, we move on to APX. APX closed today at 1.31. Support is at 1.27. Resistance is at 1.4. The 10 SMACD combo remains valid despite the appearance of a red candlestick. Foreign investors registered a net foreign. Okay, let's see if it's a net foreign buying. Okay, it's a net foreign buying worth of 41,000 pesos, a very insignificant amount. Risk level remains low. The upward momentum remains very strong despite the appearance of this red candlestick. But let's check the other charts. The dominant range is between 1.3 to 1.34. FYI, the momentum power indicator is bearish for APX, and the mood of the top 10 brokers is neutral. My overall sentiment here is this: if you have had APX for the reason that it's still trading above your trailing stop loss, hold your position, don't top up. Hold your position, don't top up. If it registers another red candlestick on Friday, I suggest adjusting the percentage of risk applied in your trailing stop loss. Remember what I taught you in lesson number 6 of the Evergreen Strategy in Trading the Philippine Stock Market seminar. And speaking of which, I'll be conducting this seminar again in Makati City this coming Saturday, August 17, at the First Metro Securities Hub in Makati, the former PSE Tower, and from 10 a.m. to 5 in the afternoon. So going back, don't top up yet if you still have APX. If you are planning to enter a new position, I suggest that you wait for the momentum power indicator to become bullish. Okay? Wait for that thing to happen. Don't be unnecessarily too excited. So lastly, we have GSMI. GSMI closed today at 53 pesos per share. It broke below its previous support at 54.10, which is now acting as its immediate resistance. The immediate support is at 41.6. Unluckily, the 10 MACD combo remains invalid. Foreign investors registered a net foreign buying worth 1.45 million pesos. That's still an insignificant amount, relatively speaking. And the risk level of GSMI is already high. It's about to become extremely high. So FYI on that. And the downward momentum is already very strong based on its DMI and ADX chart. The dominant range of GSMI with respect to its closing price of 53 pesos per share is between 53 to 54.9. Anyhow, the momentum power indicator is bearish even though the dominant range is closer to the intraday high than the intraday low. Remember, the momentum power indicator has four parameters or criteria. It's not just about the trade and volume distribution or the dominant range. The mood of the top 10 brokers today is neutral. I am bearish on GSMI overall. So avoid the stock for now. Don't enter in no position. I am not seeing any signs of a potential reversal yet. Okay? So again, I'd like to invite you, especially the one-year subscribers, to attend the seminar in Makati this coming Saturday. It's a requirement when you subscribe to Equilist Analytics, and that's the very reason why I automatically give those one-year subscribers 50% discount when you buy your ticket so that you don't have much excuses or reasons why you can't attend the seminar. Okay? Remember, although I'm using MACD, RSI, and price and volume distribution, I use them differently here. Equilist Analytics has its own universe, so you must attend the seminars to get yourself acquainted with the very reason why I am using these indicators that way. Why am I checking this data? Why am I mixing and matching these data sets and so on and so forth. Okay, for 6 hours we will be discussing from stock selection all the way to the execution of your trade plan. It's a 360 degree view of everything that I personally do whenever I do short-term trading and long-term investing, and whenever I teach you here in the private clients forum together with my staff. Okay, so for the 6-month subscribers, you can still register here. Who knows, when you register you might still get 40% discount. Okay, so register under seminars and then click on Makati. Okay, visit our website at equilist.com, click seminars and then click on Makati. Register. There's a registration form on this page. So fill out the form and then check for the automated email. Make sure that you check your spam folder and other folders outside the main inbox folder, just in case the automated email does not land your main inbox folder. So again, my name is JC De Guzman. If you have follow-up questions, ask in this particular thread that you're seeing for August 15. So I wish you a profitable and disciplined last trading day of the week. I do hope to see you this coming Saturday. And lastly, we can only accommodate 30 people in the room. Right now, about 25 people already registered. So as soon as we hit 30, we will be taking down this page. Okay? So while it is up, take advantage of the opportunity, sign up before you run out of available seats. Again, my name is JC De Guzman. Bye for now.